Hey everyone, it's Christine here. Welcome to my channel. I am just clearing the cards and the space around me. And I should say welcome my Tauruses to your April monthly zodiac sign reading. I think I've mixed up the words in every reading in some order, but this is your April reading. So I'm happy to have you here. We're going to be entering your month in a couple weeks. So I'm sure many of you are feeling it, and especially since we are currently in the time, the North Node in Taurus, some of you may be feeling that as well. So, a few housekeeping, just wanted to reiterate, this is a collective message. Please always take what resonates and leave the rest. Always, always trust yourself, use your intuition, be guided by that, and practice discernment. Also, this reading is not just for Sun, Moon, Rising signs in the sign of Taurus, but also those that want to consult their other placements in their natal chart, including Mars, Mercury, Venus, North Node, and any other that you feel intuitively called to examine. And I also want to say energies are fluid and everyone has free will. So remember that, and let's dive in. So the first deck we are going to consult is the Ancestors and Angels Oracle deck. And what a week. Let me know. I hope everyone has had a good week. I feel like there's been stability. There's been grounding. I know my earth signs, because these readings, I'm starting with you Taurus first, but my earth signs are very grounded, and I feel I just got a sweep of being very rooted right now, because there's just been a lot of energetic shifts, ascension symptoms many of us are going through, especially with our throat. And with different symptoms, like physical symptoms, and being very, very tired. And also with the solar magnetic flares, a lot of this is affecting our everyday operation in our human existence. But I'm getting a complete stability. I just got someone sitting on the couch watching something, TV, or maybe on their computer, but you're totally chilled. And so I'm getting the energy that my Taurus is in that space. Okay, let's see what the angels and ancestors have in store for April. What guidance do they want to provide to my Tauruses for this month? Got one card. Let's get another. What messages do our ancestors and angels have for my Tauruses? I wish my camera could go lower. Some people like to see the reader shuffle. Many of you are resting right now. I mean, at the time of this filming, it's Friday. I filmed the two sets, fire and water signs, yesterday. And this is the end of the week. So, you got two more cards. I'm getting just a strong readiness to wrap up the work week and get the weekend started. Wasn't I just talking about you all being grounded? Stand your ground. You literally are, many of you are working on rooting yourself, getting yourself grounded. Maybe some of you have reactivated your meditation practices or some grounding practices, mindfulness, compassion, metta, something where you can be in the present moment and connect to yourself and know that you're still here on earth. I'm feeling a lot of you have been working on that, have reintroduced that in this month. And perhaps it's because the Aries energy is so forward moving, is so fast moving. There have been a lot of shifts. Sometimes it seems like we're working on something and hours go by and we're like, where did the time go? Time is just moving quickly as we know it here. So that's the first message I get. The second message I get is there's been some type of situation. It could involve people, but it could be just pertaining to you, where you're needing to speak your truth and express yourself. Because the second card we got was Air Guardian, shift your perspective. I feel like this is something many of you pulled back a little, you're not saying anything, but I feel like a lot of you have a lot to say. I'm getting that intuitively, and also because I'm feeling stuff, like I have to speak. I want to say something, but I'm not able to. There's a lot hidden too, like this iceberg depicts. A lot you want to say, But a lot of you are taking like a time out to reassess and to regroup and to kind of take a little bit more care in formulating how to move, what your next steps are. So for some, it's going to be pertaining to other people, like relationships. Many of you have encountered like a disagreement. You don't see eye to eye on something, and it could be with a long-term commitment. I'm not getting friendship here. I'm getting partnership, love partnership, however you define it. And some of you got into a fight, literally. And a lot of you are being tested right now. This is about your value. How am I not surprised? Taurus, ruled by Venus. I'm a Libra, so hey, fellow Tauruses. I feel like we're soul cousins in a way because we have the same ruling planet, but I feel like this has to do with your boundaries, your values, what you want, and something that you may not be receiving or that you are overgiving of. And with regards to the situation, there's something you didn't see, something that caught you off guard. And you're having to reassess it. It's a little bit hard for you, my Tauruses. I know sometimes you can be a little bit stubborn. And a lot of you are having to rethink something carefully, like rethink a whole new paradigm of how you see something and what you thought this was. It's like a disillusionment that came. It's not what you really thought it was. The third card we got, I don't have three hands, so I have to put the other one down. Stag, trust and thrive. I feel there's just a grounding, super earth coming out here. And these cards, again, the Ancestors and Angels Oracle deck does not have any zodiac attributions to any of these cards, but I'm strongly getting earth here. Capricorn. I get Capricorn and Taurus a lot, but Virgo as well. Some of you may have placements in your chart with any of these other signs. A lot of you have to release this control and just trust that things are going to work out. Some of you want to say something and keep, I feel like you want to keep going. Like I'm getting a ramming feeling against the wall. Literally like a bull that rams into the wall. I keep getting that feeling. Some of you want to keep pushing an issue and want to keep retelling your truth, your words. You're rehashing the same thing, but it's falling on someone who's not understanding or the message. They're not understanding the message and they're not getting it. And it's because you have to change the way you're seeing the situation. It's not what you think. This may be the hardest thing. There's a shift in perspective. Some of you may have air in your charts as well. I'm getting Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Mainly Libra and Gemini, but Aquarius as well. This definitely involves a partnership or a particular situation in which you are the one that has to shift how you think about something and you're needing to assert yourself, which is something my Tauruses are great at doing. You can do it in a very kind way, in a loving way, but it's not in the way that you thought. There's something, I'm just getting a lot of like a disillusionment. And sometimes we get that too. I always get mermaid, even though this is an air guardian. She's got wings and this being is flying. I always get water with this card. And I get mermaid, and sometimes mermaids can create disillusions and fit in tails, right? They can sing songs and mesmerize. I'm just getting, there's illusionments here. So I'm feeling strongly you're standing your ground. Many of you are not budging. This has to do with your worth. Something is happening. It's regarding your worth. Many of you have felt like you feel this. It's like something that you feel, like a betrayal or something that bothered you and you're not budging from this. It could have been due to, like I said earlier, a disagreement, some type of altercation or something you don't agree with your partner, or it could be with the situation that you are examining right now. I'm getting general life situations, work. I'm not getting anything creative. It could be having to do with your money, work, business, those types of things. Let's pull a starseed oracle. Let me take this little thing off. Let's pull a Starseed Oracle and see what messages they have for you, some guidance for this month. I'm just feeling totally like I'm parked. There is just heavy earth energy here. Literally, I feel your energy strongly. You all are not budging from something. There's a situation. I feel like many of you did have a fight or a falling out this week, or this may happen. And again, because I do say partnerships doesn't mean it's just, you know, an amorous partnership. It could be with friends or family or anyone else, work related, but I'm getting here partnership, like the love partner. But there's some things you don't know. There's a lot of things that are remain hidden. So what you do know, you have to change the way you see the situation. That may be the most difficult part, because my Tauruses as earth signs, you may be a little bit fixed in your preconceived notions of how things are sometimes. And sometimes we have to trust that the way things are the way they're going to be. Okie dokes. Let's see what the Starseed Oracle has for my Tauruses for the month of April. I didn't even say message or guidance, but they know what I'm talking about. Did you hear them? They fell. Be right back. You got 2 cards. Okay. I need a basket, like a net. Wow. Oh, look at this. The crumbling. What are you clinging on to? Immediately, I get the Tower card. There's something that's about to break apart. That's going to fall apart in your life. There's a dissolution that has happened that's coming. And again, it's not as scary as it sounds. It could be beliefs in your head. That's one of the storylines I'm getting, but I'm also getting that this has to do really with another person. It could be people too, more than one, like a partnership. It says the crumbling. What are you clinging on to? Many of you are holding on to something that's way past due. I feel like something that has happened, especially with partnerships, that there's like you can't not disagree. Like you're not in line with how this person sees it, or people. And it's it's calling for you to shift your perspective. But I feel like a lot of you aren't willing to budge. But I also feel like an acceptance. Some of you are afraid or have seen this coming. The same thing, I'm getting like a situation itself. I got like something related to money. I'm not getting like social, creative kind of things right now. I'm not feeling that. This could be a choice you have to make at work. Maybe many of you are leaving a job or starting a job, or have been offered or have several job offers and you're not sure. But whatever it is, there's something that has to go. It could be a perception that you have to release or change. That could be what the Tower is indicating, but it could also be something more material or physical in the earthly realm. So it could be people. And whatever this disagreement was with this person or with this group of people, it could be not just letting the situation go and agreeing to disagree, but also letting go of the relationship if it's something that's not serving you. Because there's a lot that's hidden, I feel. And I know for my earth signs, many of you are practical, straightforward. You just speak your truth, your mind. But many of you are cautious, and my Tauruses, you are ruled by Venus. And so the way, not that it speaks for everything, but the way you approach relationships, it's with a lot of love and affection. You value them as well. The second starseed card that I got was you're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. This is very reminiscent of the Trust and Thrive card. I feel like a lot of you, this came up maybe for one of the fire signs. A lot of you are at a juncture. It's hard to see with the light. There we go. My head can block it. There's like two paths, and a lot of you are really thinking. Some of you are connecting heavily with your spiritual team right now, praying, in meditation, receiving downloads and messages, and you know what to do. Look at this. We're getting mountains. There's big structures. There's a lot. There's something many of you are overcoming right now, like a challenge of sorts. And something's going to break away. Something you know it's going to fall away. But you already know. A lot of you know already what's going to happen. And you're already doing it. Isn't that at times the most disconcerting thing? We know what we need to, the choice we need to make, or what we need to do. And no matter what, we keep clinging on like a fabric sheet softener or a softener. Yeah, fabric. Is that how you say it? You know what I mean. The things that you put with the dryer in the dryer to make it smell good. We just cling on to things even when we know they're not good for us. And a lot of it just has to do with trying to control some outcome we want or something we think should be a certain way. And as soon as we release, it crumbles. And look what's behind it. Look how beautiful it is. It's like a shitstorm of a storm around right now. And this, I'm getting physically, yes, it could be storming wherever you are, but I'm getting more, it's a mental, in your mental plane. I'm getting some of you may have your Mercury in Scorpio. But look at that. There's opportunities to escape this. You can go straight through or through the windows. And look what's through it. It's beautiful, it's sunny, it's calm. There's flowers, there's blooming, there's abundance. A lot of you already know where you're going this month. And I don't feel like you're standing your ground just to be stubborn. Like this is in relation to your value. You're done. You're like, this is what I'm saying. This is what's true about the situation or what's happening. I'm not budging. And it's not about because you want to be right. I'm not getting that feeling at all. I'm going to pull some Moonology Oracle. Wow. Look what I'm getting. Usually, again, in tarot, we usually look at the bottom of the decks. In oracles, I don't recall other readers doing this, but it usually can tell you what's hidden, what's under the subconscious, what's not known. And with the ancestors and angels, it says, Autumn, release the old and rest. And this is all about releasing. So again, I'm getting it could be something to do with your belief system or actual people. The same thing with the Starseed Oracle, Pillar of Light. Your vibration is raising, you are the Oracle. It's really reminiscent of, in the middle, it's like an abundance. Whatever that you release, it's almost like you immediately ascend into good things. It's like opening the door. And I gave this metaphor in one of the readings. As soon as you release, disconnect from people, places, things, beliefs, it's like the universe opens the door, the heavens literally shine a golden white illuminating light, and I just think of it as bubbles coming all around you. They're like little events, miracles, people that are supposed to cross your path to help you. All of these things just start coming in a rush, and it's amazing how quickly that happens. It happened to me a few weeks ago, actually. I had to release someone, and things just massively changed, and a lot of different things started coming in, very positive, and I couldn't believe it, because this situation, it caused a lot of blockages out there, energetic blockages. I heard laughing. Some of you like joking and have a sick sense of humor. But I'm getting the same type of energy for you, my Tauruses. You know what to let go of, and you're holding on, and I think it's more for how things were and for feeling comfort. But tap into the value. That's what Venus is all about. Many of you have probably felt, especially the Venus retrograde that we had from mid-December until the end of January. Many of you are taking stock right now of what you really value, what's really important in your life. And this includes people and also the situations you're in. Okay. I'll go a little higher so you can see the cards. Let's see what guidance the moon has for my Tauruses. I'm getting the feeling many of you do not practice moon rituals, because I see shaking hands and I sense it. And no card wants to come out. We got one. You guys are really holding on to something tightly. I feel like it's up here. It's like a mind frame, a perspective, a decision, and you're not letting go. Of course, we got 3 cards. The first one that popped out was last quarter moon in Aquarius. Reflect on your priorities. I've been mentioning that a couple times here so far about your values, your priorities, and what matters to you. I think I said this just before. Even though this states that particular moon phase, I'm just getting strong Taurus energies here. A lot of you, this involves communication and speaking your truth with someone. Some of you have already done this, and this is what this whole situation is about. Many of you are like, you know, deep down in that little heart of yours, big heart, I mean, like, but there's like a little seed in there, and you're like, you know, deep down what you have to do. And a lot of you are just scared. And of course, I mean, it's normal to feel it, but you also have to realize what matters to you now in this season of your life, and what do you value. The other cards we got, embrace the flow of life, full moon in Gemini. I'm totally getting partnerships here just from Gemini, but it could be also one of the self. It could be in relation to yourself, a struggle that you've been having, dealing with your mental landscape, I should say. Embrace the flow of life. This is like trust and thrive. Yeah, this taps into the control element. Many of you are trying to control something. You're not letting it fall. That's why we have the crumbling, the tower coming. Like in tarot, I don't know if any of you have seen just like the red or white deck, or even any decks, you know, a tower and then there's a lot of crap happening. This one looks like a pretty one. I mean, minus the lightning. But it almost looks scary, but it's meant to depict like everything that no longer serves you. It's crumbling down and it's going to be released. So I'm just going to say, if you don't make the decision, be careful, because the universe will. And this card we got, first quarter moon in Taurus. Oh my gosh, I can't make this up. Look at this. Release control. Holy smokes. Look at that. Wow. I'm like, Spirit's like, yep, we're done. We got this. You guys are holding on to something tightly, but releasing it, holy smokes, it's going to look at the beauty. But remember, it's not just beauty in terms of vanity. It's the beauty in terms of what you see as abundance. Maybe it's like a new fresh start, moving somewhere, a new job, changing fields, looking for new friends, going back to your interests and your pastimes, getting back out in nature if you like. Remember, that's what it depicts. It's very metaphorical. Oh, wow. So much confirmation here. I don't know what else to tell you. I've just been saying these things. This is really about your worth. A lot of you are getting clear and serious. This has been echoing in all of the readings that I've been doing about your values and self-worth. So I feel like Venus is just like, boom, shining her spotlight, especially on her Tauruses. Those are her babies too. You all are being guided by your ruling planet. If you work with any spiritual beings, maybe Venus herself, Aphrodite, and there's so many love goddesses around the world in various cultures. So again, take what resonates and leave the rest, but tap into those, because right now it's really about shifting your perspective on you. And that's also part of the Aries energy. It's really getting clear on our identities and who we are, and not just protecting that, but really making sure we have that space and the capabilities can nurture that. Right now I'm shuffling the Angel Guidance deck. It's actually called the Angel Guide Oracle. So it provides guidance from angels. Okay, cut the deck. Let's see what messages the angels have for my Tauruses for April concerning this situation. For many of you, this has been a long, steady climb. Hold on, I have to pause my shuffle. I just got that. Many of you have been literally ascending this situation for a while, and you've reached the pinnacle. And so now you've got a decision to make in order to descend that down. And again, it's your decision. It's always better for you to decide and make a decision regarding whatever the situation is about. I feel like it deals with another person, or it's a circumstance, a situation, especially related to your money. So it could be work. Because if you don't, the universe will intervene. And let me tell you, the universe doesn't mess around. It's happened to me. When I ignored all signs, I'm like, nope, not listening. The universe is like, fine. Well, sometimes we don't want things to happen that way. Compassion. Again, I feel like this is about a love relationship. I'm getting a lot of heart chakra energy here. A lot of you are about to, or have already, left a partnership, a significant one, someone that you've been with for a while, a long time. And I'll leave that a while, whatever that means to you. It could be for many months, years, decades. It could be marriage, whatever the type of union. And many of you have to direct this towards yourself. Yeah. Many of you already know what to do. I'm already feeling that. You just have to really stick to your values and your priorities. That's going to help you lead the way to your true north, but also almost like recalibrate your internal compass. It's almost like GPS when you veer off track. It puts us back in line. And that could happen not just physically, obviously with driving, but also in our mental landscape when we're thinking of things and we make a decision and we're like, oh, that wasn't the one we probably should have picked. Everything happens for a reason. I don't think anything's an accident. This is a time to really hold compassion for yourself. And this does tap into Venus, about love, about forgiveness. But I'm feeling strongly it's with you. Because we got a lot of green. A lot of you may be spending more time in nature as a way to reflect and think. I see some people like on park benches or rocks, thinking about things. You're just contemplating about the choice. But many of you already know. Whatever this is, you have a choice, a big choice to make. And as soon as you make it, know things are going to open up in ways you never expected. So I'm pulling a final oracle card from the Self-Care Oracle. I'm already getting nature. A lot of you are walking. A lot of you are just contemplating wherever your favorite spots are. It doesn't have to be in nature. I'm getting a lot of you are kind of cozying up, relaxing in that spot. And you're allowing yourself to just be encased and circled in that. See what guidance the Self-Care Oracle has for my Tauruses. What is one good way to self-care for this month to focus your energy on? Ooh, or even try. Look for fairies. Yeah, I get complete nature outdoors. I just keep feeling like parks, nature preserves, national parks, trails, a lot. But I'm not getting like movements where you guys, where you all are, hiking and going heavy duty. I'm not getting that. I'm just getting a lot of contemplation, a lot of sitting, a lot of resting, but encased and encircled by nature. Some of you connect with fairies. We have 3. I always feel that connects to Ascended Masters. Some of you are very connected to them at this time. I'm getting ancestors as well. Some of you may connect with mythical creatures, not just these fairies, but there's little green ones. I don't work with fairies, but I know there's a lot of other woodland creatures, I'll say, woodland magical creatures. There's a lot of transformation that's coming. These remind me of butterflies almost. Call upon whomever you consult, I'll just say, whatever or whomever is part of your spiritual team. Because they're going to help make this tower a little bit easier. The most important thing is, though, a lot of you already know this, you have to hold compassion and space for yourself. Because a lot of you know what to do already. I keep getting truth. You guys already know what to do. You just have to release control. This is all about you. This whole situation, even though it may involve other people, relationships, and work and money, it's all about you and your priorities, because as soon as you get very clear, that's when the tower will dissolve. It'll break, it'll fall. And things are going to start opening up for you. Literally. Like you see, like the door opens. It's going to open. This reminds me of The Maze Runner, that movie. I don't know why I got that. It may resonate for some of you. Oh, my Tauruses. You've got a lot of beauty, broadly speaking, beauty, abundance, joy, happiness waiting for you on the other side of this decision. You simply have to make a decision, whatever you feel intuitively drawn to, and release control, and know that everything is going to turn out okay. As soon as you release control, things are going to flow. Things are going to be okay. I'm just getting that. A lot of you are holding on very tightly right now to something. I hope this resonated with someone out there and yourself. Would love it if you could please like, share, and subscribe. And I wish you a beautiful month, and I'll see you soon. Bye.